on Twitch.
Tech Bros, woo! In the house. Strong start. Let's go. Can you hear me now? I'm sure you can hear me now. There it is. Oh, yes. Classic.
At least we found out before the whole game started.
Yeah, exactly. Pro streamer tech troubles. It does say in my bio, expect tech issues. So, start the introductions again. Kia ora, haere mai, welcome, come in. Welcome to a special episode of D&D. Forgot what I said before. We have got a special episode because we are playing in a wonderful setting. It's a Fantasy Noir D&D 5e setting made by my good friend here, Dave. So he's gonna give us a little rundown on what it is and how he came about to create it. So Dave, what gave you the idea for creating this setting? Oh, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you?
Hi, my name's Dave, or DC Bradshaw is what I publish under. Curious Penguin on Twitter and various socials. So I'm a general geeky guy. Ex-teacher, education kind of bloke, but I do a lot of writing for various tabletop RPG stuff. So where this came from, it seemed like a good idea at the time, to be honest. It was, I felt like I always liked the idea of take fantasy and change the time period for it. Yeah, I think too many people think fantasy has to be the classic sword and sorcery setting, and I like the idea of, well, why not make it futuristic? Why not make it modern day? On this, I thought, well, let's make it almost modern day. So let's make it kind of 1940s, 1950s, because who doesn't like the idea of hardboiled noir, except with, orcs guarding casinos and femme fatale tieflings and stuff like that. Seemed like a good idea.
Absolutely, it's a great idea, and we've having played another one of the one shots in this setting. I can say hand on heart, it's amazing. It's an amazing setting. Although it wasn't so good for Billy the Bat.
Yeah, he got gummed down quite nastily.
Yeah. Everson chat for Billy. So are you able to tell us, so you've got an upcoming book supplement within this series, or what's going on?
Yeah, that was almost a question. Yeah.
I'm a pro interviewer, I tell you.
It's all good. So the original Hardboiled Adventures book, I released, I want to say, a year and a bit ago. I probably should have checked this in advance. A year and a bit ago. Let's go with that.
They're not going to know. You could say anything.
I could, yeah. I did it yesterday, and I just, whipped out another supplement just like that. If someone could drop the link in the chat, that would be brilliant. So I released that, and that's kind of the core book. That's how you take the 3 core 5e books and then flip it over to this kind of 1940s fantasy noir. So it'll say how you change the equipment, how you change the characters, how you do guns and cars and stuff like that. This is designed to be kind of my Xanathar's style book. So it's let's take the core rules and here's 20 new subclasses. This is smooth. Very nice. There we go. No, are you kidding? Are you kidding? We're just going to keep deleting.
Let me do
merch.
it.
Seriously, this is a giant con, isn't it?
No, it's on a timer anyway. It's going to pop up on a timer anyway, so don't worry about it. It'll get there. Permit Target Duck. Who's Target Duck? Hey, Target Duck. Hi.
Awesome.
How you doing?
What was I saying? Yeah, so this is my Xanathar style book. So this is, it's an extra 20 subclasses, at least one for every single core class, 30 spells, 40 magic items. So it took me a while to work on it, but I thought there's that much content. I really do want to play test some of it, because inevitably some of it may be slightly broken. And then the second you kind fools agreed to play test it for me, the question came up of, are we going to stream it? And I thought, yeah, what the hell? So this is my first stream, so please be kind. But it should be fun.
First stream. Oh. Oh, he's a baby.
But yeah, so the book should be out later this week. Edits pending. We'll see how broken everything is today. Hopefully, it'll work smoothly and it'll be released, maybe tomorrow. That'd be awesome.
Of course it will.
If I need to make some more tweaks, it could be later on in the week. We'll see.
Of course it will. So, just a question about the book. I love the art that you've done. Have you made the art yourself? Because some of the images, like it's got that sort of like 1920s. But they're being modified to be orcs and tieflings and stuff.
Yeah, it's yes and no is the answer to that one. When I first worked on the first book, I really wanted to have original artwork throughout. And while I do know plenty of amazing original artists, some of which are going to be in this game, I was also skint. So I really couldn't afford to commission original art for, a 40-something page book. So I thought, well, what would the alternatives do? And then I realized, well, actually, this is kind of 1940s, 1950s stuff. A lot of classic pulp artwork is public domain now. It's been around for a very, very long time. The artists who created it have been dead for a very long time. So most of it is in the public domain now. They're wanting you to take your clothes off, Ev. That's what this is, this stream already.
Oh, I'm muting.
So I thought, well, let's take this art that is public domain and then do a bit of Photoshop wizardry on it, or wizardry is extreme, apprenticeship wizardry, to update some of the races so it's not just all frankly Caucasian humans, and mixed up a bit. So we've got a variety of races, a variety of different ethnicities in there as well. Trying to draw in what I can. So you've got a nice range of artwork on it, and that's what I did for the original. That's what I've done for this one as well.
Awesome. Well, should we get into a little bit of a game, shall we? What do you reckon? Should we show the fine folks in chat what we're on about? Let's go. We're gonna head over. We're gonna play the stinger. We're gonna go into the group, and then we'll see you all in a little bit. Cheers, Dave.
Thank you.
Alright, welcome back. Here we are. So, welcome everybody. We're going to have Dave run through some stuff. And in fact, if you want to, do you want to introduce the players? I'm happy to pass everything over to you now, dude.
Well, I'll do the general intro blurb, and then I'll pass around and let the players introduce themselves and their characters and what they're going to be doing.
Perfect.
So you can all look awkward for 30 seconds while I explain this. Thank you, Papaya. I just got an email saying you have very kindly supported me on my Patreon, so thank you very much. That is very, very kind. Thank you. So what this is going to be, as I said, it's going to be a playtest adventure. We are all the characters are going to be level 10, so got quite a lot of cool stuff, but not, godly yet. They have some money to buy general equipment, which most people have done. They have some starting magic items. Specifically, they're allowed 2 common and 1 uncommon magic item. Some are items that you will have seen before and other supplements. Others are ones from the new book, Johnny Snaggletooth's Casebook of Crime. So you will see some interesting things you have not seen before. About the adventure itself, well, some of you will notice very quickly, so I might as well say it out front. It is heavily inspired by, some would say adapted from, an episode of the TV show Angel, which is now very, very old because we're all very, very old. So this is the basically the episode. I'm very old and Evan's even older.
I'll be very old tomorrow. Today I'm still young.
Yes. So this is based on Are You Now or Have You Ever Been, which is one of my favourite Angel episodes. So all credit to the original writers of that, whose names I'll mess up, but it's Tim Minear and Mia Smith, who originally wrote this episode. It's very heavily based on that. A quick kind of content warning on this one. I really hope this is unnecessary, but I feel I should say it to make sure everything's open on the page here. This is noir. It's fantasy noir, but it is noir. So we're dealing with some morally dubious individuals, some of which are the characters you'll be seeing portrayed by the wonderful players here. There will be reference to criminal activities, murder, suicide, kind of mob mentality during this, but I have absolutely no intention of providing graphic descriptions of anything gory or traumatic or anything like that. So that's cards on the tables. This, morally dubious, but we're not going into anything kind of awful here. So that's it. So I will pass on to our wonderful players, and I will pick someone, and then you can pass on to the next person as you choose. So let's go for Katerina, if you could introduce yourself.
I hate this part. Okay. Hello, I'm Katerina, and I'll be playing an entertainer with the subclass gangster, which should be really fun. I'm very much looking forward to playing this game.
Could you tell us a little bit what is the gangster subclass,
yes.
Or the entertainer or bard? What are they about?
Yes, so the gangster subclass is very much a way to boost your ranged weapon attacks, firearm attacks in this case, in a very interesting way. So the gangsters have a instrument bag. What is the name?
Like an instrument case. Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, my brain went Portuguese there. And when you put a weapon inside, a firearm weapon inside, it will get attuned to you and will become magical. Yes,
Guns
it will let you
in an instrument case. Absolute stereotype wonderfulness.
And it will let you add your bardic inspiration to it if you want, and on a crit you will get it for free.
Cool.
Also spells.
Also spells.
Yes. I will move it over to Rush.
I knew, I had a feeling. What's up? My name is Rushdie. You can call me Rush. You can find me on Twitter at my name. It's at Rushdie Sami. I'm playing an Arcanist wizard, Order of the Physician, which is basically just a wizard with healing spells, keeping people alive. And it's actually kind of interesting because there's one feature that you get to use your hit dice to heal other people. So it's not just healing spells. I also make it easier for people to not die with death saves. As long as I'm nearby, because should be a doctor, but I'm also a mortician. So I'm good with bodies in every way and keeping them from being dead, and better with them when they are dead.
No offense to any morticians out there.
I know, love all of you. And I'm gonna throw it to Lenore.
Hello, I'm Leonore. You can find me at Asteria Oracles on Twitter and on most places. I'm going to be playing Adelaide Clearwater, or Eddie. She is the stereotypical noir detective with her office, her bourbon, her I don't really care attitude, but with some deaths because that's the trope. And she is it's a 3-level warlock, 7-level sloth, which is the ranger. And I'm very much looking forward to see how these things work together. The Sleuth is a truth seeker, which is another one of the archetypes that we could choose, which plays very well with the detective idea, because she's essentially equipped with a bunch of spells and abilities that allow her to analyze the crime scenes and get all of the information that she needs to solve the crimes. And also, she has a very fond weapon for her. There might be warlock shenanigans involved.
As it should be.
That's it. Yeah. And I will turn it over to Anjali.
Oh, it's me. Hello, everyone. I am Anjali. Geek Girl Bookworm. Everywhere. Hello and welcome. I'll be playing Betsy Baxter, who is a stunt woman. So in the 1920s,
Nice.
women were these fearless daredevils and sort of owned the silent movie era. And so this is my homage to all the fearless ladies out there. I'm also a barbarian, taking a new path of the bullet storm. So do you know how to handle a gun? You have to when you're a stunt person, obviously. Yes, some say I'm a handful, but I'm not. I just know how to look after myself. Half orc, very tall. Sometimes I do stunts for the men as well, because men are rubbish and need a woman to do their job for them sometimes, always. Yeah.
Harsh but fair.
Harsh but fair. Yeah, that's me, and you'll find out other stuff as we go, I suppose. Also, it's my birthday tomorrow, so when I said that today I'm young, tomorrow I'll be older, it was true, because I'm going to be old.
Happy birthday for tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
And I will pass over then to Evan.
Hi, I'm... Did you say Eve or Evan?
Evan,
Okay. That's me.
is everything okay? You need to sit down more.
I was looking at Katarina's face and she was like...
It's like, I forgot Evan was a player.
I thought,
This is going to go well. This is going to go so well.
Hi, I'm Evan, aka Multi Nerd on Twitch and Twitter. Hi. Tonight, I'm going to be playing Father Phileas. And I have been touched.
Point on the diagram. Where?
Everywhere. By our Lord. So, I'm playing a paladin, which in this setting is an inquisitor. And as a man of the faith...
No one expected that.
No. As a man of the faith, and I'm all about faith. I am seeking out those who need to be brought back into the light, straight from the path. And I'll bring them in. Don't you worry. I'll bring him in. Father Phileas is an oath of attrition inquisitor. So they're pretty set on rooting out those sinners and making them see the error of their ways. I may have a vice or two, and I may be slightly fanatical in my methods, but I get the job done. Okay, I'll get the job done.
It's not terrifying at all.
Stick
Well,
with
thank
me.
you. Thank you very much, wonderful people. So,
You're welcome.
Without further ado, shall we get into this wonderful game of Hardboiled Adventures?
Yeah.
Let's go.
The Hyperion Hotel. 68 rooms, almost as many vacancies. Once a thriving business and social hotspot, it had become a pale reflection of its former self. But right then, it was the closest thing you all had to a home. all residents of the second floor, you came here for your own reasons, each with your own secrets to hide. The day was a carbon copy of the one before it, and the one before that, and the one before that. With the setting sun, you each sat alone in your rooms, silently contemplating the monotony of it all, until the stillness was suddenly shattered by the unmistakable sound of a gunshot. Peering out of your rooms, you quickly make eye contact with each other. Neighbours who you've barely exchanged a dozen words with, but from the shared look in each other's eyes, you are absolutely certain that you all heard the same thing. So the first thing I'd like you to do, before you talk to each other at all, is I'd like you all to make wisdom saving throws, please.
Oh, we start off well.
Oh no.
Yeah.
My favorites. 10,
Oh no.
17.
16.
16.
7.
You're muted?
19.
19. So, Eve, a thought runs through your mind. What if there's a killer in this hotel? I would like you to gain a paranoia point, please.
Thanks.
So, any further wisdom saving throws you have to roll, subtract 1 from your total.
Oh yeah, okay. My total was 1, so yeah.
Nice.
In fact, any saving throws you roll
Oh
have a
no.
-1 on it, including death saves.
Oh no, okay.
Oh, it's on. It's on.
What just
Oh
happened?
boy. Oh boy.
So, you're all standing there in the corridor, glancing from each other. What do you do?
Go back into my room. Get my things.
Okay.
Can I just ask if we could describe ourselves physically? Because I don't think we did that. At
No,
least I forgot.
absolutely. Yeah, run through it nice and quick. Yeah. What
I
do you
can
see?
start?
Yeah, go for it. What does Addie look like?
So Eddie looks like a half elf of some sort, but probably more of a drow lineage because she has light purple skin, dark hair. She doesn't have like those dark eyes, but there's like there's that lineage there, and she's wearing her hair up like very tidily with the swoosh to the side, and she just has like a very relaxed shirt on, like long trousers and almost undone necktie, and her face is a constant. So that's her.
Love it.
I'll go next, being the other Alvin figure. Dr. Velasco Mombrillo is a full drow. He has almost charcoal gray skin with the same gray hair. It just hangs loose and matted. He's got what was probably a 5 o'clock shadow 4 days ago. He's got a loose black shirt on, ties hanging slightly loose, just normal pants, and he's just like leaning out with a very like half aware eye, but he's also like eye up and down every single person he sees leaning out of the door.
Who's going next?
Okay, I can go. Oh, go ahead, Betsy.
Yeah, Betsy is just over 6 foot tall, half orc, can get away with being human, and therefore gets a lot of good roles in the movies. She has long hair that has been set in a nice 1920s style. She's quite stylish, and for someone with orc sort of lineage, she's actually quite slender, though muscular. If you were to ever see her in a dress, which you won't, because she doesn't wear them because they make her shoulders look large. Yes, that is.
Hollywood is famously orcist.
Yes, exactly. So I
Unfortunately.
I can get away with being human with just a little bit extra blush on to hide the fact that my skin is slightly glowy.
And Eve, you see what seems to be an half-elven person, with very pale skin, blonde hair and very voluminous curls in like a bob style, wearing a suit, a very nicely tailored suit, but that has probably been worn for a long time now. Well taken care of, but still. And they're carrying a guitar case with them, and they clutch it a little bit more tightly to them as they fail the saving throw.
And coming out of his door is like a 6'7" hobgoblin. Kind of like dark, like a terracotta colored skin. White shirt, black priest collar. Just like, the fuck is that? There's like an air of sort of, I don't know, maybe a little bit of anger bubbling. Well, not even bubbling, it's just there. You can tell this person is an angry
Open the door, pistol.
Yeah, just angry person.
Okay. So this is the motley crew that have peered out of these rooms, one of which Lisa's nipped quickly back in to get her stuff.
I'm going to look at everyone leaning out. I'm going to assume none of you are the ones that got shot just now.
Nope.
No.
No.
Head back
You're right
out.
back. And he goes back into his room.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull on my reinforced coat before going outside as well. Can we tell if where the shot came from, or was it just?
Sure, make a perception or investigation check. Either works.
This is where I remember all of my things. Sure, let's investigate. 14?
Okay. You have a kind of an idea of the direction of where it's coming from. It's not enough to nail it down exactly. But if someone else wanted to
I'd do a perceive.
perceive away, then.
Well, that was nearly a 1. No, but it's not. It's a 20. Dirty, but 20.
It's almost a 1.
Nearly rolled onto the 1 and then it flipped.
So everyone's in this moment of, the eyes going from each other. It's the good, bad, and the ugly plus the cat gif. So the eyes from side to side. And there's two looks there of clearly looking in directions relative to their own rooms. And without words being said, everyone's eyes are drawn to the door of room 215.
The one that didn't open in the hallway?
Certainly the nearest one to all of you that did not open. There are some further down in either directions, but
That would be opposite mine at 216, or would it be?
yes, it would.
You see, I come out of my room now. I am now wearing a, similar to this lab coat, but it is stained in blood. And he's got one of those old, medical bags.
Oh, they're cute.
Just handheld medical bags, and he, just walks out and, do we know where we're going?
215, it seems.
He just walks across. I don't usually do house calls anymore. Walks across down the hall.
Why are you interested in a dead body?
Because it's crime. Someone has committed a crime.
Was it you?
The fuck? And I'll just storm away. I'll go down towards the door. I put my reinforced coat, which looks like a motorcycle jacket, Before I put it on, you can see like through the white shirt, you can see like there's kind of like blood stains sort of across their back.
Oh no.
Oh dear, it's one of them.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
Yeah. At this point, Teddy's just like, "Oh, sure. You guys want to go check the place that was sure, you go."
I literally get up and just like knock on the door.
Nothing.
Try the door handle.
Rattles. Doesn't budge.
Smashed.
Turns.
I would like to just pull out my metal bat and just give it a big sort of whoomp.
Okay, well, two of you, Father, was that just an enthusiastic instruction to smash, or were you
I'll assist Betsy with.
Okay, so
first
either
smash.
a strength check
Maybe
each,
nice.
or someone with advantage.
You go for it, Betsy.
Okay.
He like tries the door handle, it doesn't open. He's like, it's not. It's just.
Okay. Alright, got a roll. To hit +9. Yes, roll d20. That is 15.
15 is enough. The lock you could believe is very similar to the ones in your own room, which is it technically locks, but it is not the best lock in the world. And with that kind of force into it, busts open. Little splinters go away from the lock itself, and the door kind of flies open. Still on its hinges, though.
That felt unnecessary.
Potato, potato. Let's
Okay.
go.
Got a small smile on the plays across the corner of the father's lips.
From where you're standing, the room is dimly lit. The top light isn't on, but there is some source of light in the room, but you can't see much past it.
All right, can I go have a look?
You certainly can.
I'll wait to see if anyone wants to like walk in first, and if not, I'll go.
You just try
I'll
and
go
like
in.
light switch. Look for a light switch by the door.
I mean, there's one by the door. You flick it. A top light does come on. That's fine. But is Addy already in?
I think like I wait for them to do that, and I want to like peek in and see if there's still a shooter inside.
The doctor is not as enthusiastic as the two that kicked down the door. So he's just like watches, like, okay, leans in with an arm, puts on the switch, just like stands back.
Yeah, I haven't gone in the room. I've opened the door, but
Yeah, I'm just peeking in.
The father
Addy.
steps into the room.
So, Father Phileas
Uh-huh.
steps in. Addy peers around. Room 215 could have been described as immaculate, were it not for the dwarven corpse lying on the bed. It was a horrific sight, with a blood-spattered pillow pressed against one side of his head, and a revolver lying on the other, the dwarf's fingers still loosely around the grip. No matter how many times they'd seen a dead body, never got any easier.
Well, nobody touch anything. I guess I'm on the clock.
Are you okay?
Hey, hang on. He's not going to give you an answer.
are you? Yeah. Does he look okay?
I've seen worse.
Why do stunts? We're normally pretty good at not being the one lying on the floor with all the blood around them. Or
Check.
we don't get to work again.
I guess you're a doctor. Doctor, do you want to check? Just to double check. You want to check?
Yeah, thank you. Just let me throw.
Make a medicine check.
I am really good at that.
You certainly hope so.
I took a feat to give me expertise in medicine checks.
Mm.
22.
22. Yeah, that'll do it. I mean, it very quickly confirms the kind of obvious conclusion that this person is indeed dead, and from investigations, it does look like they died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head.
Doc just kind of like walks over and like leans and like looks at like the bullet hole, looks at the gun, looks at the blood splatters, just like pulls out a book, leans into his coat pocket and pulls out like a small notebook and just like with you don't see him pull out a pen, just like with a finger, he just starts making a note in the book.
Doc, you want me to confirm the thing?
What's the thing? What happened to the stream? Everyone's frozen.
It does.
Do you want to say what it's meant to do? Or...
Yeah, I can. I was just opening it so I don't say something wrong.
I was doing the same.
So this is a second level spell. I'm just going to read off what it says.
Sure, go for it.
You touch a firearm, so she leans in and just taps it with the tip of her finger, and scatter the gunpowder upon it. It's like on her hand already. The gunpowder forms 2 wisps of smoke, half gold and half silver. The gold half immediately flies to locate the hand that last fired the firearm, and the silver half flies to locate the creature or creatures that were hit by the projectile, if any. If any of the targets are not within 1,000 feet, the wisps will travel as far as they can before dispersing into the air.
Okay. So a very useful spell in this particular circumstance. So you cast the spell, and the wisps of the gunpowder kind of floats into the air, and as predicted, it forms these 2 kind of coils of smoke, one gold, one silver. The silver half goes immediately, kind of loops back around and goes straight into the head of the dwarf that is dead on the bed.
Yeah.
So you're fairly certain that's the person that was hit. The gold half, some of it, the majority of it, goes towards the hand that holds the gun. But some of it floats up and kind of diffuses into the air and kind of disappears into the walls of the room.
Well, that's new.
What is that?
So yeah, that's the murder weapon. And yes, I guess they pulled the shot, but I'm not sure if it was just them. I never seen this happen before. Maybe they were coerced. Maybe it was magic. Magic can get wonky. But
Eve will pull up her sunglasses that she was wearing and put them on top of her head. Yes. So that magic you did, it shows who did it.
Yeah, Goldie flex goes to the killer. Silver flex goes to the victim.
There is indeed magic that could compel someone to do it, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, maybe there was some enchantment in the room. That's not really my area of expertise. However, if we want to know, I can try and find out more.
You should find out more.
I mean, I don't like the idea of somebody killing the people living in this hotel. I don't know about you all.
As someone who lives in this hotel, no, I don't really like it at all.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
If you give me 10 minutes and don't touch anything, maybe I'll have some answers.
Someone out there.
Outside.
Someone out there.
And I get to do the thing that I really wanted to do. So for those watching, this is one of the very, very cool elements of the Truth Seeker. I'm going to use my, hold on, just need to open it at the right page. Sorry, I want to tell you the right name of it. So here we go. So it's the 7th level ability for the for the sleuth of the truth seeker, and it's called Commune with Crime Scene.
Sick.
Yeah. So basically she pulls out like a notepad and a pen, but she like goes around the room like a detective would, but there's magic at work. It's like there's like shades of sparkling magic, kind of like it happened with the gun, like going around and pointing her gaze to something that she wants to notice. So it says you can use your action and expand one sleuth ranger spell slot to commune with an area no larger than 100 feet by 100 feet where you know a crime has been committed. For the next 10 minutes, you can ask a number of questions of the crime scene equal to your investigation skill modifier. The crime scene cannot speak, but will respond truthfully in the form of visual clues. For example, if you asked in which direction a suspect went, a gust of wind would have, pushed me in that direction or something like that. So essentially, she's like muttering to herself and trying to ask the basic questions of what you would need to know at a crime scene. And my investigation is a 9, so I suppose I get 9 questions.
If you want, yes, you can ask 9 questions if you want.
Yeah. So I think the first obvious question is, was the victim enchanted to kill themselves?
The lights to the room, which have just recently been switched on, flicker for a moment and then go they go bright, for a moment brighter than they were before, but then they go dark and bright and dark and then flicker and then go back to normal. It's there's something in this, but it's okay. Not as clear cut as that.
Okay. Is there somebody that was there somebody in the room with the victim?
The lights go dark.
Okay.
And back.
Is there an object involved in what happened beyond the gun?
Darkness
okay, that's
again.
3. Okay. By the way, out of character, if anybody wants to ask questions, shoot. I guess this is a thing we can all...
Yeah, Addie is verbally asking these questions, so you
yeah.
can hear her asking these before you're seeing the unusual trickery with the lights.
Yeah, out of character, I'm just standing in the doorways watching the lights flicker, like...
I think I'll just be outside, like looking up and down the corridor, sort of holding my metal bat menacingly, sort of a little bit bored.
Eve will ask, was it a person?
Good question. Was it a person? Definition of person is hard, but was it a person who killed the victim?
Goes bright, flickers a little bit, but then settles on bright.
Okay. Addie will just nod to Eve. That's 4. Does the victim have anything in this room that would lead to their aggressor?
Darkness.
Is the aggressor after one of us? Or was the aggressor after one of us?
Not sure. I'll try. Was the aggressor after one of us?
Darkness.
Okay. Have 3 more. I'm gonna ask, did the victim have any idea that this was going to happen?
Darkness.
Okay.
It's got 2 questions left on my count.
Yeah. I feel like I'm forgetting basic stuff.
Was the victim a sinner?
I'm not going to ask that because
It's
the answer is
important.
probably yes.
Aren't we all?
It's no.
Oh. Well, it really depends on your definition of sin.
Is there anything left in this room to... I don't remember if I asked this before. Anything left in this room to lead us to
You asked that
whoever...
one already.
I did, right.
Are they in the hotel?
Are the aggressors in the hotel?
Brightness.
Uh-huh.
Eve takes a step back. Was it one of us?
And lastly,
Did the victim know? No, because we don't know who did it. Never mind.
but we can ask if the victim knew the aggressor. We can...
Yeah.
Does the victim know the aggressor?
Darkness. And with that, you can feel whatever connection you had to the crime scene kind of go cold.
Well, that was extremely unhelpful. Except that the killer is still in the building with us, so maybe we should take care of that.
Just so I can touch base with all of you, Dr. Velasco Membreno, at your service.
Yeah. Hey, Doc.
Why is your coat all bloodied?
I just don't have time to clean it, actually. I work in a morgue.
I'd like everyone but the doctor to make wisdom saving throws, please.
Oh, fuck me.
Well, 10.
For me, I swear.
Oh, yes.
13, 19. No. 30. No, 19.
Yeah.
No. 9 plus
10.
13. 22. Maths, right?
17.
Okay. Was it
10.
Betsy and Addy both have 10s? You have a feeling that you don't trust this man.
Never.
At a crime scene, there's a man covered in blood. He isn't to be trusted.
Yeah.
Both of you, please take points of paranoia, please.
1 point?
Just one.
Okay.
Kind of tucks the notebook he had away in his pocket. Puts his bag up off the ground.
Right.
Are we aware of anything forcing us to make those will saves? Is there some kind of feeling of foreboding at all?
Nothing beyond the fact that a slightly sinister-looking man is in the room with a very, very dead person. But no, you're not. There wasn't a beyond your nerves. There's nothing out of the ordinary yet.
Well, whoever did this is still in the building. I guess we should go looking.
Absolutely. Let's bring them. Let's ask that poor person why they would stray down this path.
Sure. Lead the way, Father.
Okay. So that spell, the smoking gun one you did, that was there some flex that went somewhere, or did it all just stay in the room?
As far as I understood from the description, it kind of floated around in the room.
Yeah, so some of it went very directly and unquestionably into the hand of the dead dwarf. The rest of it kind of floated up into the air and then just kind of dissipated out into the room until you couldn't see it anymore.
Okay.
But not in any particular direction.
I think Eddie would like to not rely on magic all exclusively, so I would like to make an actual investigation of the room, if that's possible.
Sure. Does anyone want to help her out? Or are you going solo?
I mean, she'll say, I'm just going to take a look around, see if there's anything else here.
Yeah. I'm gonna use Divine Sense as well to check the room.
Okay, so as the investigation will take a bit of time, Divine Sense, is that fairly immediate, or do you have to meditate on it for a while? I can't remember.
It's an action.
Okay, so the Divine Sense will kick in first of all. So what does Divine Sense let you detect?
Good and evil. Until the end of my next turn, can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell, or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Okay, so you immediately get the unquestionable sense. You know, you slip into this prayer meditation. You know, you open up your mind and your soul to see what is around you, and then open
by the Lord.
And open your eyes, expecting or not expecting to see anything. And when you've done this in the past around evil, it's been concentrated, a direction, or maybe in a person. You know, a person who's standing before you now appears to be a silhouette for a second, and then it's gone. It's like everything around you is dimmer, is in shadow.
This is a
for those
cursed place.
6 seconds.
This place is cursed. It's everywhere.
Which really helps the two people investigating the room methodically.
The whole building, this whole room is full of evil.
It's turned into the Mummy, hasn't it?
Stay close. Stay close. Stay close.
Yeah. With all the necklaces and stuff. So two of you are
Father, just take a seat, please. Just corner of the room.
You don't understand. You don't understand, Doctor. This goes beyond your knives and your syringes. I can see the evil emanating from the walls.
Okay. Hang on.
Really helping everyone to chill. So do the pair of you want to make individual investigation checks, or just someone do it?
I'll make my own.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shouldn't have made my own. Shouldn't have.
18 for me.
15.
Okay. So the doc starts off looking at the desk, which is in the room, and it seems to be a very similar setup to all of your rooms. Addy is looking kind of in and around, not in the body, but around the bed and stuff like that to see if there's anything that may have been discarded or dropped just before. Doc, you find just tucked into the desk drawer a little bit, sticking out of it, you notice a small diary. It looks like a little notebook, and you have a kind of cursory flick through it, especially on the last couple of days and the days ahead, and you notice that there are scheduled meetings. There are clearly meetings at what you recognize to be the names of various restaurants and diners you've seen about in the city, and there seem to be business meetings for the next 2 weeks. Addy, while he's flicking through that, you notice fallen on the floor, and it looks like it may fall out of a jacket that's hanging up on the side. You notice a small scrap of paper, a small scrap of coloured paper, and it's a dry cleaning receipt. The date on it is this morning, and the date scribbled on it is that it's due to be collected tomorrow.
Okay. So, essentially, he left something there that he's not going to go pick up. Right. I'm going to pocket that and just check his jacket just to see if there's anything else. But, yeah, that's...
Normal sort of stuff. You find there's a watch, there's a wallet, which does contain ID. The name is you find a business. It's not like a formal ID, but there's some business cards in there that read the name Jerry Kagan, traveling salesman, and you find $2.60 in a variety of them.
Yeah, I'll pull out the card and say, does anybody know a Mr. Jerry?
Kagan.
Kagan.
K-A-G-E-N.
No.
No? Okay.
You say his name, though, and you watch the dog pull their notebook out he had earlier, and
I think we forgot to ask in your spell if the killer was after something.
That's true. Guess we'll have to find whoever it is to find that out.
The dog is just gonna walk over to Eddie and just hand her the diary he found. And
She'll
just,
like-
just like
She'll like
Snoop, I
side-eye
found
it
this.
a bit,
Here you
but
go.
take it.
Just walks away.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through it, and I guess I noticed the same thing.
Yeah.
Are there names in like the meetings?
Names of places, not specific people,
Okay.
but you recognise, same conclusion. It seems to be some of which are restaurants and diners you've seen. Other, they sound like the names of restaurants.
Mhm. Okay. I'll share that information. Like, I don't know if there was a meeting gone wrong.
Yeah, I mean, if he's put clothes in today to be picked up tomorrow, it doesn't really sound like someone who also plans to
Yeah,
blow their
doesn't.
clothes. Yeah.
I like pocket the diary, and I pocketed the whole wallet as well. Very discreetly. Shall we see if this killer is still in the hotel?
I believe Mr. The whole place is cursed was going to lead the way.
Oh, yes.
Well, just give me a moment. And I'll go and perform some last rites
Okay.
on this poor soul who has been taken from this earth or planet or wherever we are.
This
I'm not
gentle
sure.
vicinity.
Good spiritually, less good with geography.
Yeah. My spirit cup is full. I pour some of my spirit cup into your spirit cup. Hopefully, find your way to the Lord.
It's not really, never mind.
Do you mind? I'm trying to do some religion here.
Sorry, fine.
What's a spirit cup?
Shut up. Fills, it's what your spirit fills. Wouldn't expect people like you to understand. Let's go find. Let's get rid of this curse then, I guess.
Okay. What are you going to do?
That was very rude of me, Eve. I'm sorry. I just met.
The dog actually like makes a point. He like walks out into the hallway back to his door and just locks his room because he didn't do it earlier. It's the key.
You all see him do this, or those who are
Yeah.
just behind him do the.
Do I feel the cursedness of this place outside the room?
How long does your
That's a good
divine Hugin Reflect last for?
That's a good question.
I thought it was the next until the end of the next.
Oh,
turn.
yeah, okay. To the end of your
It
next
will have
turn.
passed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do it again.
Sure. Do the same thing. And you look up and down the corridor, and the conclusion is worryingly the same. It seems to be everywhere.
I'll lean against the hallway. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
I would like just the good or bad or ugly father to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
He's all three of those things.
Dirty 20.
What's your religion score?
My religion score, -1.
Okay. You're okay. You're okay. Your faith holds it together.
Does it though with a -1?
He's
feel like
all
this-
faith. He's just faith.
Just
I mean,
faith.
ignorance is bliss. Sometimes.
Exactly. I don't know. I don't have to
Checks out.
know.
Did he become ordained online?
I've got the
Did he ordain
certificate.
himself?
Yeah. Is he ordained?
Yeah, father is actually just his first name. It's
My birth certificate is father.
Mr. F. Phileas.
I am not more of a variant of the Inquisitor kind of like subclass or class.
He doesn't know enough to have questions. That's why.
Yeah.
He has mentioned it before that he has been touched by some kind of like divine sort of like knowledge or being. So he's not sort of like scriptures per se.
Yeah.
Does he have a little prayer book that he pulls out when he does the last rites, or is he just all winging it?
It's all from winging it, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the fact you started to come up with that reason. Just
winging it. Yeah.
Okay, so out of the corridor.
The second floor.
You are, yes, second floor.
How many floors?
There are 3 floors. And this is in stupid American way of doing floors. So the first floor is the ground floor. Second floor.
That's the normal way, isn't it?
Nope.
The very bottom is the ground floor.
Yeah.
Ground.
Normally
first,
be ground floor, first, second, third.
Yeah.
This is not that. It's an American hotel or fantasy American. So the second floor is one off the ground.
Okay, I get you. Sorry, Americans.
We love
no
you.
one
But your
mentioned
country
fancy
acts. Is there any with that divine sense? Is it stronger in a particular direction, or
not that you notice?
Okay.
No. Seems to be consistent throughout.
It's everywhere.
Are we just gonna like go knock on doors or go up, go down? Should we phone the police? Actually, number one.
What are you expecting them to do?
Your rooms do all have telephones, and there was one in the room. So,
this will make its way to me anyway. It's fine.
There.
Shall we check?
A crime has been committed. We should tell the authorities.
Aren't you the authority?
On God, maybe.
Exactly what he said.
Yeah. Just making sure none of you are cops.
Definitely not.
It's Clearwater.
because if he asks, you've got to say.
Yeah.
You legally have to say it.
I'm a private detective, father, not a cop.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a snoop.
Oh, Charity Beggins. Sorry, that was out of character. Just someone in chat. Hi.
The father's talking to himself again.
Right. I want to go check the front door. Wants to come with?
Why?
Yep.
It's the obvious exit.
Yep. I'll go.
Okay. So you've got 2 options. There are stairs down. Well, actually, you would know this. I mean, it's on the second floor. So the main lobby has kind of a mezzanine level to it. So you can walk out onto that mezzanine level and go down to the front door from the lobby, or there is a lift or elevator, which you can take down if you're feeling lazy.
Yeah, I want to go up to the mezzanine and look around.
Sure. Okie doke. So you walk out to the end of the corridor, turn the corner, and out. For a hotel with an ever-dwindling number of new guests, the lobby of the Hyperion always seemed to be bustling. Enough for whispered gossip and forced laughter to fill the air. But that would never actually convince anyone that the hotel's residents weren't painfully alone. So the lobby itself, as I said, it is split between 2 floors. So there are stairs up from either side of the main entrance, leading up to this mezzanine, which looks over kind of the polished blue floor and the once fashionable sofas that fill the lobby. There are elevators just to the side of where you are, where you've come out there. So there's the front door with stairs on either side, and the opposite end of the room, there is a back door, which leads out to a garden, which kind of has all the charm and aesthetic appeal of an overgrown cemetery.
Out of curiosity, the window in the room where we found the body, is it to the front, to the garden? None of them?
That one, it faces outwards onto the street, so out towards kind of the front.
Just for interest, what time is it? Check my watch.
It's about kind of 8 in the evening.
I was really early for murder.
What time is usual for murders for you?
Oh, I usually get bodies like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, stop murder time.
That's right. It's on the first floor. Room 215. Someone's been murdered.
Are you actually ringing someone?
Yeah, the cops.
Okay, you can't dial out. You can dial within the building, you can dial at the front desk, but you can't dial out.
He thinks he's talking to the cops.
Yes. Has he dialed anyone? Is he talking to his deity?
Concierge on the floor like, sir, what do you mean?
Perfect time to use my cantrip. Can I use broadcast?
You can. What would you like to do with broadcast?
I am a sexual.
Can I would like an outside line. Give me a line to the cops. I need a
We're on it.
operator.
Father Phileas.
I didn't see my... How did you know it?
We know everything.
Who? Are you downstairs in reception right now? Who is
We are everywhere.
Those of you who are on the mezzanine level can
Broadcast, for
see.
anyone who doesn't know, you can broadcast messages to devices and speakers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So those of you who are at the mezzanine level, so Eddie, whoever's just behind, you notice, looking down, you can see that the manager who you've seen a few times is at the front desk, took a call, and then looking very confused at it, shakes his head, hangs up the phone.
Well, that answers my next question, which was to see if there was anybody at the front door.
It's cursed. It's cursed. It's cursed.
Yeah, I mean, there are various people about. There's some people in the lobby, as I said, there always seem to be people gossiping at all times of the day, regardless of what they should be doing or whether they should be asleep. But yeah, the hotel manager is at the main desk, male human, kind of early 40s.
There are people in the lobby, and they have appeared to not have noticed the gunshot that happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go down to talk to the manager, and this is Eddie speaking.
I'll come with
It's weird that they didn't hear this, and also, is there somebody down there that you don't recognize from, just being here? And she's
I'll let you make a perception check on that one.
I don't think the doc would have cared about anyone nearby when we came in.
Unfortunately, that's just a 13.
Okay. There are some familiar faces. You think there's a group of 3 people who you've seen out there a lot: a female half orc, male half elf, and a human. They always, every time you nip out for anything, it seems to be these people seem nothing better to do. But there are a variety of other people out in the room. Some you may have seen, some maybe not. But you're not too sure. You wouldn't definitively say, yes, I can account for all these people and that person is new.
Okay. So I'm gonna look at the group and see if anybody has any other ideas.
Are we all back together? Or...
Your father's probably still freaking out.
Yeah.
You just hear, it's cursed coming from his room.
And he was like,
I'm going to go tell the manager that someone killed himself. Or someone killed them.
Okay.
Coming with you.
Starts making his way down the stairs.
Coming with you.
Okay. So I think all of you are heading down. Unless
I
someone's
would
choosing
like
stay back.
I would like to stay up in the mezzanine and look to see if anybody of the other people reacts to the news being told and how they react, like observing the other people.
"Yep,
Okay.
I'll help."
Thanks.
Sure. So, Doc, you head up to the manager.
I'll just walk over to the desk and like put my like bag on the table.
Hello again, Dr. Membrillo?
Doc.
Doc, yeah. How can I help you this evening?
Don't want to like alert you, but my neighbor on the floor killed himself.
Can you keep your voice down? I'm sorry, you said they
Yeah, gunshot.
killed himself.
Yeah.
Oh,
Although, hang on. The PI up there, and he just like gestures over it. Seems to suspect that it wasn't intentional. He might have been made to do it.
I'm sorry. There's a private investigator here.
Yeah.
I thought you just said this just happened.
He was just staying here.
Oh, okay, right. Oh, okay.
Coincidence.
Oh, okay. So I will, of course. I'll phone the authorities immediately. Thank you very much, Doctor, for. Yes, thank you for your kind service on this. Please do not touch anything up there. Feel free to go to the bar. I'll arrange for a drink, a complimentary drink, of course, to be sent your way. Please just don't go up there until the authorities have dealt with this. And I would appreciate it if you would not mention this to anyone else. Thank you.
Sure, but like the PA deduced, the killer might still be in the hotel.
Sorry. So the killer? I thought they.
He has the gun in his hand, but she seems to assume that he was magically compelled to kill himself.
Well, I'm sure they weren't. This is a very fine established. The Hyperion
Let me
is.
stop you right there.
Oh no.
Hello.
And I'll do my
Father?
best to look intimidating.
It's not hard.
6'7" hobgoblin.
Feel free to roll intimidation.
Oh, I shall.
I feel intimidated as the DM.
That is
Is
a...
Evan okay? Have we checked up on him?
a little bit of frog in my throat. That's a 28.
Holy shit.
Holy shit, indeed.
The Hob Father. Andrew. Oh shit, Log. Thanks for the subscription, bro. Appreciate that. Jeez.
Oh man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my friend here ask you some questions directly. You were about to say this place was what exactly?
I am intimidated. I just scoot over the side of the table. I'm like, oh no.
As I was saying, sir, the Hyperion is a very fine establishment. Been here many years. I'm sure there's no arcane magical issues and stuff. I'm sure that it was just a very troubled individual. There's no need to be concerning anyone about magic and other forces and.
I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth.
Okay.
I step even further away.
Okay.
So I do roll this sleeve up, and you can see there's sort of like some gothic tattoos on Hobgoblin arm, which on close inspection sort of have the tenets of the Oath of Attrition, sort of like
Penance like the beer, yeah?
no, not the beer. just you know, sort of like positive words of reinforcement. Tattooed.
This too shall pass in Gothic text.
Has there been?
Well, I think you've got to roll something for this.
Oh, okay, yeah, yep. So,
nice try. You are intimidating, but I'm not letting you get away with that.
Okay. So, with the Zone of Truth, as he casts it, the sort of like waves pulse out, boom, 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 and fill a shell. So it kind of blocks off, it doesn't become like opaque, but there's just a sort of like a concentration between Father Filius and this poor person at reception.
Okay, is it a wisdom save he's got to make? It's been a while.
It's a charisma saving throw.
A charisma saving throw?
Yep.
Now, what is your DC? I want to say good sir, but I'm not too sure about that anymore.
My save DC is 17.
Okay. That would be a fail.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Of course. Yes.
And it is in your best interests not to leave until I'm done.
I won't, of course.
Now, do you know of any reason why this hotel would have some kind of evil or unnatural aura about it?
I don't think so, sir. I certainly hope not.
Would you know in its history at all if something like this has happened? You said in all its history, you must know a little something. Am I right? That's it. It's easy to tell the truth.
There have been two others.
Two other occurrences. Now, tell me what exactly happened during those occurrences. Doc, you want to listen in on this?
You don't have to shout.
Okay,
you moved quite a ways away. I wasn't sure if you...
Just before we carry on, I'll say the two people on the balcony watching all this, there's some reaction to this nightmare unfolding at the desk. Some people are watching, some people are backed off a bit. The three regulars are clearly eavesdropping. It's that look of they think they're being subtle about it, but they've clearly turned ever so slightly. And one at the back is kind of peering a little bit, trying to read the lips a bit and pick up what's going on. People are clearly interested in what's going on. But the manager has kind of lowered his voice a bit, and they are clearly trying to listen in. Sorry, you were busy being terrifying.
Just asked a regular question.
Yeah.
About previous occurrences.
You can't tell anyone. You can't. If they find out.
They find out.
You're right. They will shut us down. You
You
can't
have
tell
my
people.
word, sir. I won't tell anyone.
There was Mrs. Smith, a tabaxi lady. She was in room 213. That was a few months back. She very sadly took her own life. And there was Mr. Denisov, Goliath fellow, up on the third floor, 303, I think. Can you tell me who this was?
This was the poor dwarven chap, Jerry.
Mr. Kagan. Okay. You can't tell anyone. You just can't.
Your secret's safe with me, son. I'm gonna ask you, and this is very important, who are they that you mentioned?
They?
You said if they found out.
The authorities, they'll these things happen. Bad things occasionally do happen to perfectly nice people with perfectly nice establishments, but this has been 3 suicides in 3 months. They'll think something's going on here. No one will come. No one will book in here if they think that people are going to be killing themselves. You have to keep this quiet.
I hate to break it to you, but they're not killing themselves. Something is killing your guests. Now, has anything changed in the lead up to these events?
No, sir. I don't think so. Your business has been a little bit, touch and go, but no, nothing. Kovacs. No.
Sorry, what did you just say?
I'm sorry, sir.
Did you say Kovacs?
I don't think so. Father?
I don't know if that was that. I don't know if that was in character. Did you say something off to the side, or if that was it was in character? Okay.
Yeah, two times.
He's in a zone of truth, and he just said he doesn't think so.
You need to be very clear with me, and the zone of truth is going to be like sort of like vibrating. I need you to tell me exactly what you just said.
Sir, I said the authorities would try and shut us down. I said that people would be scared off. Sorry, sir. This is making me very, very uncomfortable.
I unfortunately am gonna walk into the zone of truth, up to the father to put my hand on his shoulder, and just kind of like lean in and whisper, "Hey, I don't think you're gonna get anything from him. We're better off just looking for ourselves."
So did you whisper that to him or to Father
To
Crazyface?
Oh, to me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you was the manager.
No, that's you.
Can
I also failed the charisma save.
So he means that when he says that.
Just to let you know, I've got if there's anything invisible around, I've got blind sight. So just a heads up in case.
Okay. So noted.
Okay.
Father, I think you're wasting your time. You're just scaring the poor man.
You know what, Doc? Fine. Anything you want to ask him while he's all ears and attentive?
Look at the manager. Can the father have my complimentary drink from the bar?
Of course, you can have one of your own as well. Just discretion.
I've seen what that does to
please.
your liver.
Okay. Yes, of course.
Come on, let's get you a drink, big guy. And I just kind of like peel the father away.
Thank you for your time, sir. Drop the zone of truth.
And on that note, we are being asked to hydrate. Apparently.
Yay!
I need to fill up a drink. On that note, how are we doing, folks? Do people want a quick break, or
Can do.
we all right?
Yeah.
I'm
Take
good for anything.
a few minutes. Just
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
okay.
Back in 5. Does 5 work?
Yeah, 5's easy.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Cool.
All right. Thanks, Chad. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for hanging
Thank
out.
There is horrendousness to go on.
Oh no.
Cool.
Cool.
See you.